People is proud to present the 4th season of the 40 Days 40 Fintechs, an initiative under its Include Everyone program, which is leading the way in advocating for technology that promotes financial inclusivity. Since 2020, we've profiled over 100 fintechs, and our latest season is shining a spotlight on those breaking down digital barriers and transforming lives for the better.
My name is George Murage. I'm the Chief Technology and Operations Officer for IPSL.
My name is Faisal Omar. I'm the Chief Product Officer of IPSL, PesaLink.
My name is Gituku Kirika, and I get the pleasure of leading the PesaLink team as a Chief Executive Officer. PesaLink is a real-time payments platform, and we are able to enable transfers between bank accounts of individuals and businesses as well. We do that through a switch that is connected to multiple banks, FinTechs, and also telcos. Yes, we do have one telco that's connected to us today. Consumers, users of PesaLink, access PesaLink through their bank's mobile banking platforms, be it apps, USSD, and also online banking platforms, which are provided to them by their banks. And the same thing with telcos as well. So with telco solution, you would be able to access PesaLink off the telco wallet. Being a real-time payments system, funds get credited into recipients' accounts instantly, therefore providing a lot of efficiency and benefit to consumers who are requiring to move funds any time of the day, 24/7 throughout the year. So to be able to use PesaLink, the sender will require to access PesaLink on their digital banking platforms or their telco mobile money platform. And that can be done on both USSD and apps. So a consumer would go into the platform, find PesaLink. From there, you'd enter the recipient's bank account number or a recipient's mobile phone number. So we offer a service where we map consumers' mobile phone numbers against their bank accounts. And on entering a consumer's mobile phone number, we will pull up the bank account details. And as soon as the consumer confirms the details of the recipient, then they'll just proceed with the transaction and effect it.
IPSL initially was started off as a platform that allowed customers to send money between accounts within our participating banks in Kenya. And it has remained that for quite some time. We are now able to look at some of the data that the transactions are flowing through the system, and we are able to analyze that a lot of the transactions are actually high value and low transaction counts. PesaLink today has an active user base of about 200,000 active accounts, which vary from month to month. But the total user base that are on our network today is about 6.3 million customers that are registered to use the service. We currently process roughly about 500,000 transactions per month on average. In total, we have processed over 16 million transactions since our inception, moving close to 2 trillion Kenya shillings through our network between banks.
The East Africa fintech industry is doing very well, and especially what has been happening over the last few years is we've seen a lot of specialization. I think probably a decade ago, a decade plus, what you found were players trying to do everything across the fintech space, aggregation, switching, lending. But now what we are seeing is a lot of players that are specializing in one of these areas. And also what we've seen is a very supportive regulator who has encouraged innovation, innovative approach to problems in the financial services sector, while at the same time urging all the players to be very thoughtful around risks that come with financial services and the digital solutions that we are providing.
Traditionally, before PesaLink, the ways in which consumers could move funds domestically is through the clearinghouse, and which supports EFTs and checks. As we know, that process can be quite slow and tedious as well, and it's also prone to errors and requires consumers to verify a number of things and make sure that they are actually transferring funds to the right person. And it's also, as you'll appreciate, labor intensive, quite manual, when it comes to writing checks and having to manage checkbooks, etc. With PesaLink, you're able to transact in a very efficient way. We also have introduced a service where, using a bank account number, the sender can be able to verify the recipient's bank account details and therefore ensure that you're actually sending money to the right person. This is a service that we are very happy to have introduced with the migration to a new switch and a new messaging protocol that we did over the last 12 months. And we're very happy to have been the first to get the country onto the ISO 20022 rails.
To further move towards the concept of enabling everyday payments, we are building a PesaLink wallet, which allows our industry players to offer this as a service to their customers. And I think that will be a significant development for us, because that will open up many use cases such as merchant payments, such as payments at the point of sale, and also allow the customer to do low-value transactions at a much cheaper cost. Secondly, we are looking at building an ecosystem that enables our customers to have a unique identifier. So the problem we have on our network today is many customers need to share their account numbers to receive payments. And what we're trying to facilitate is to build aliases so that customers can send money to an email address or a phone number, or it could even be a KRA PIN in the case of a business. So the ideal is to try and make the payment experience as frictionless as possible, regardless of which channel the banks offer their customers, as well as our own existing channels. To enable some of this functionality, we also need to build our own service channels, because the more transactions that we pass through our system, we will need the facility for customers to be able to engage with us, to be able to re-download receipts, look at the last 5 transactions, look at how their linking is working within the banks, and to be able to change that. So we're building products where customers can now interface with us directly, but then still facilitate the transactions through the bank channels that they're currently using.
40 days, 40 fintechs. It's a great initiative just to get the message out, articulating especially the benefits that consumers can get from using services such as PesaLink, and what they stand to gain. So I do believe just getting the word out is a very positive step in the right direction, and highlighting the fact that the fintech space is very heterogeneous in its nature, that there are a lot of services at play, there are a lot of benefits that one can be able to take advantage of, and that it's growing. And we believe that this is going to be the future, not only of East Africa, but of Sub-Sahara Africa in general, by just solving the problem that we have, that a lot of our value chains are cash heavy, but fintechs such as PesaLink and others are blazing the trail in digitizing these cash heavy value chains, which will enable them to be easier and more flexible for people to transact on a digital platform.
For more information on PesaLink, you can visit our website, ipsl.co.ke or pesalink.co.ke.
Join us in this financial inclusivity revolution, presented in partnership with Level 1 Project, Cyber PLC Academy, Cross-Select Technologies, FinTechs, Ideation Corner, and the Modular Foundation, with generous support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Follow #40days40fintechs, #Level 1 Project to learn more and get involved in creating a brighter financial future for all.